Hello, welcome to Sky Grid Tutorial. My name is Jonah Bicroft. In this section, we are going to take a look at exponential equation. What is exponential equation? Or what is an equation rather? An equation is a statement that says two things are equal. For example, y equals to what? X. That is an equation. Then what do we mean by exponential equation? Exponential equation is the equation that is having the variable in form of exponents. It's an equation that you are asked to find the exponents, to find the power, to find the indices. That is to say that exponential equation can be in the form of a exponent x is equals to what? B. A here is a positive constant and B is also a positive constant. Then the exponent, which is x, is now representing the variable, which is the unknown. So all exponential equation must be in this form, where B can be or may be power of A. Every time we are going to refer to power in this section, we are going to call it exponents. So A exponent x is equals to B is a sample of exponential equation. Without wasting time, we are going to take a look at some practice on exponential equation. Now, this is first practice, this first example. The first example says solve for x. 2 exponent s is equals to 16. Now, what this means, the question that is being asked here is this. How many times will 2 raise itself, times itself to give you what? 16? That is to say that 16 is in the power of what? 2. 2 can times itself into 2, 3, or 4 places, to give you what? 16. For example, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 16. So 2 exponent x is equals to 2 exponent what? 4. That means 2 will times itself into 4 places to give you what? 16. Now, you discover at this point 2 exponent x and 2 exponent 4. The two are the bases and they are equal. What you need to do is to cancel these two and these two cancel these two. And we are left with what? X is equals to what? 4. And that is the answer. Is it correct? That is to say that x is equals to 4. Let us try to see whether we are correct. Here, if we replace x by 4, we will now have 2 exponents. 4 is equals to 16. Is it true? Okay, let us see. 2 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So 2 exponent 4 is the same thing as what? 16. So the answer is what? Correct. Now let us move on to the next example. That question 2 says, solve for x. 4 exponent x minus 2 is equals to what? 16. Now, what do we do? We look at the power there, which is 4. 64 is in the power of 4. because 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is what? 64. So the expression becomes 4 exponent x minus 2 is equals to 4 exponent 3. 4 being the base, cancel this 4, and we are now left with x minus 2 is equals to 3. X minus 2 is equals to what? 3. So when we take like terms together, we now have s is equal to 3 plus 2, which gives us x equals to what? 5. Yes, s is equals to what? 5. Is it s equals to 5? Mhm. Yes. Yes, s is equals to 5. Now let us check whether our answer is correct. In the place of x, put 5. So let us put 5. That we will now have 4 exponent 5 minus 2 is equal to 64. Exponent 5 minus 2 become 3. So 4 exponent 3 is equals to 64. So our answer is what? Correct. Now let us go to the next question. The next question says, solve for x if 5s is equals to what? 125. If 5 exponent 2s is equals to 125. The same thing, 125 is in the power of 5. So we now change them to the same base. We have 5 here. 5 exponent 2x is equals to 5 exponent 3. And the base are the same. The base cancel out the base. We now have 2x is equals to what? 3. Taking like terms together, or we divide the both sides with the coefficient of x, which is equal to 2. In the long run, we'll now have s is equals to 3 over 2. S is equals to 3 over 2. That is all. Then example 4, it says solve for x if 10 exponent x is equals to 1000. Yes, 1000 is in the power of 10. So normally we change them to the same base. It's going to be 10 exponent 4 is equals to 10 exponent 3, because 10 times 10, 100, times 10 is 1000. So 10, which is the base, cancel this base. So we are now left with x is equals to 3. And s is equals to 3 is what? The answer. Now we go ahead to question 5. Question 5 says solve for x if 3 exponents x plus 1 is equal to 27. Now look at 3, which is a base, and look at 27. 27 is in the power of 3, because 3 can times itself into 3 places to become what? 27. So we change them to the same base. Now it becomes 3 exponent x plus 1 is equals to 3 exponent 3. The base cancel out the base, and we're now left with x plus 1 is equals to what? 3. Taking like terms together, we have x is equals to 3 minus 1, which finally gives us x is equals to what? 2. Now let us check whether s is equals to 2 is the answer. In the equation, replace x, the exponent s, by 2. Okay, it now becomes 3 exponent 2 plus 1. And 3 exponent 2 plus 1 is same thing as 3 exponent 3, which is equals to what? 27. So the answer is correct. Now let us take a look at question 6. It says solve for x if 3 3 over 5 bracket open and close exponent x is equals to 1 whole number 2 over 3 bracket open and close exponent 3. Now, the first thing you need to do is to change this one to improper fraction. When you change this one to improper fraction, it becomes 5 over what? 3. Now, the equation now becomes 3 over 5 exponent x is equals to 5 over 3 exponent 3. You see, they are in opposite direction. And the only way to make it change to the same direction is to express one into a negative fraction. Into a negative exponent. And so this is 3 over 5. When we express this one to 3 over 5 exponent minus 3, then that means we take the reciprocal. So when we take the reciprocal of this one by expressing the exponent into a negative number, then we will have 3 over 5. Now here is 3 over 5 and here is 3 over 5. Both of this one are the base. Then when the base cancel out the base, then what is remaining is x is equals to what? Minus 3. And s equals to minus 3 is the answer. Let's continue without wasting time. Now, this is question 7. Question 7 says solve for exponent x minus 2 is equals to 0.125. Look at 0.125 critically. Then you will discover that it is the same thing as 1 over 8. 0.125 is the same thing as 1 over 8. And 1 over 8 is the same thing as 8 exponent minus 1. So we are going to rewrite the equation by saying 4 exponent x minus 2 is equals to 8 exponent minus 1. And if we do that, that means we are going to take a look at the base, which is 4 and 2. And to change it in the same base, we have to change the base into 2, because 8 is in the power of what? 2. So in doing that, we now rewrite the equation as 2 raised to power 2, or 2 exponent 2, bracket into s minus 2, that is this. 2 exponent 2, bracket into exponent x minus 2. And you know, when power is raised to power, we multiply. So we now have 2 exponent 2, bracket open and close, x minus 2 is equals to 2 exponent minus 3. You see here now, the base are equal, and what we need to do is the base, this one cancel this. So what we have now is 2 into x minus 2 is equals to minus 3. So we have to expand this. When we expand this, we will now have 2 times x is equals to 2x. 2 times minus 2 is equals to 2 times minus 2 is equals to minus 4. Is equals to what? Minus 3. So at this point, you take like terms together. That is the term containing x and the terms containing ordinary number. Let's go ahead. So it becomes 2s is equals to minus 3 plus 4. And minus 3 plus 1 is the same thing as 1. So it becomes 2s is equals to what? 1. Divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of x, which is 2. You now have x is equals to 1 over 2. And that is the answer. Let's take another one. Now this question says solve 2 exponent 2x plus 4 into 2 exponent s minus 32 is equal to 0. Now, what to first of all note in this question is the first expression, which is 2 exponent 2x. 2 exponent 2x, this one, can be rewritten as exponent 2s brackets exponent what? 2. Yes. So that the equation is now rewritten in this form. 2 exponent s brackets exponent x plus 4 brackets exponent x minus 32 is equals to what? 0. Now we are going to replace 2 exponent s by y so that we'll be able to factorize it. Now, anywhere you see 2 exponent x, you replace it by what? Y. And when we replace 2 exponent x by y in the equation, it now take this form. Do not forget that 2 exponent x into exponent y is same as 2 exponent s times into 2 places, which is 2 exponent x times 2 exponent what? X, which is same thing as 2 exponent x, 2 exponent s, then exponent x. Now, so when we replace 2 exponent s by y, we will now have y exponent x plus 4y is 4y not 4xy is equals to 32. What you have there is y exponent x plus 4y is equals to 32. So that's x there is a typographical error. When you are copying it, you remove that s. It is y exponent 2 plus 4y minus 32 is equals to what? 0. That is it here. So what we need to do now, this is the correct one. This one is the correct one. What we need to do is to factorize this equation. To factorize this equation, we have to look at the constant. The constant is what? 32, which is this. We are going to take a look at the 32, and what we are going to do there is to find out 2 factors of 32. That when we multiply these 2 factors of 32, we will have minus 32. And when we sum these 2 factors, we have 4. That is to say that this equation is asking us one question. We are looking for a number. When the number multiply, we are looking for 2 numbers. When these 2 numbers multiply themselves, the result is minus 32. And when these 2 numbers sum themselves, the result is plus 4. So let us try. Let us see 1 is a factor of 32 and 32 is also a factor of 32. 1 times 32 will give us 32, but 32 minus 1 cannot give us 4. So we take a look at other 2 factors of 32. Okay, 2 times 16 can give us 32. But 32 plus 16 cannot give us 4. So we take a look at another one. Now we are going to take a look at another factor. We are going to take a look at 4 and what? 8. Yes, 4 times 8 will give us 32. So minus 4 times 8 will give us minus 32. And minus 4 plus 8 will give us what? 4. So this is the first choice. So we are going to use minus 4 and plus what? 48. And it's going to be in form of 4x and what? 8x. It's going to be in form of 4x plus 8x. 4x or 4 times 8 is equals to 32. Minus 4 plus 8 is equals to plus 4. So in the place of this 4, we are going to change the expression to replace it with 4y minus 4y plus what? 8y. That is only what this one is going to do there. Now, it has been replaced here. Now, the question now becomes y squared minus 4y plus 8y is equals to 32. Okay? Look at it there. Okay, it becomes, the equation now becomes 2 exponents y. This one is 2 exponent y plus, minus 4y plus 8y minus 32 is equals to what? 0. I take it again. The equation becomes y exponent 2 minus 4y plus 8y minus 32 is equals to what? 0. So what we need to do here is to factorize. We do what they call factorization by grouping. This one now is called trinomial. We are going to do factorize. We are going to factorize by what? Grouping. We are going to the first grouping, bracket the first two, and bracket the first two, and factorize. When we do the bracketing, then what we have is this: y squared minus 4y as one set. Then the next set is 8y minus 32 is equals to what? 0. Y squared minus 4y, y is common here. So we bring out the y that is common here, put it there. And when we factorize it, that means we are using this y here to divide everything in these brackets. Y divided by y squared, we have y. And y divided by minus 4y, we have minus 4. And in this section, that is this side of the expression, we have 8y minus 32. And one thing is common there. The thing that is common there is 8. So we bring out 8 and use 8 to factorize the expression. When 8 divided by 8y, you have what? Y. And 8 divided, or 32 divided by 8, you have what? 4. So that we now have this expression. We now have y into y minus 4 plus 8 into y minus 4. Y minus 4 is common here. Y minus 4 is common here. So we pick 1y minus 4. And the remaining expression, which is y plus 8, we choose it as another factor. So that we now have y minus 4 into y plus 8 is equal to 0. These two are now the factor of for that equation. And that means y minus 4 is equal to 0, or y plus 4 is equal to what? 8. That is to say, y is equal to 4, or y is equal to minus 8. But earlier, we say 2x, or 2 exponent x is equal to y. So 2 exponent s is equal to 4 is same thing as 2 exponent 2 is equal to what? 2 exponent what? 2. The base 2, cancel the base 2, we are now left with what? S is equal to what? 2. So s equals to 2 is one of the value of what? X. Or x exponent x, 2 exponent s equals to minus 8. We send as 2 exponent s is equals to 2 exponent minus 3. When 2, which is the base, cancel this base, what is not left is x is equals to minus what? 3. So the value of x in that equation is s is equals to minus 2, and or s is equals to what? Minus 3. Yes, that is that for that. Then the last and not the least question we are going to solve here is this. Question 9 says solve 2 exponent 2x minus 3 into 2 exponent s plus 2 is equals to what? 0. Wow. Is it 2? Okay. Now, just as we did in the other one, this 2 exponent 2s can be rewritten as 2 brackets exponent s, then exponent 2. That is the law of indices, how to multiply in this power with power. Now, let 2 exponent s be y in the equation. So anywhere we see 2 exponent x, I will replace it with what? Z. Let 2 exponent s is equal to z. Anywhere we see 2 exponent x, we'll replace it with z in the equation. So it becomes 2 exponent. Okay, this is the original equation now. 2 exponent s bracket exponent 2 minus 3 into 2 exponent x plus 2 is equal to 0. Replacing 2 exponent s by z, we now have z exponent 2 minus 3 times z plus 2 is equals to what? 0. And now we have 3 exponent 2, z exponent 2 minus 3z plus 2 is equal to what? 0. This is now also what? Trinomial. We are looking for two numbers who are factors of 2. When we multiply these two numbers, we have plus 2. And when we add these two numbers, we have minus 3. Without much ado, the two numbers are minus 1 and minus 2. Minus 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 3. That is the sum. And minus 1 times minus 2 is equal to what? Plus 2, which is the product. So in this equation, plus 2 is the product, while minus 3 is what? The sum. So we are going to replace this 3x, 3z with z and what? 2z in the equation. So it becomes z exponent x minus z minus 2z plus 2 is equals to what? 0. Now what we do here? We do factorization by grouping. We group them into 2, where we have z exponent 2 minus z is one group, and the other group is 2z 2z plus 2 is equals to what? 0. Then we factorize. When we factorize, we bring out the thing that is common here, which is z. Z here, z divide z square, we have z. Z divides z, we have 1. So we have now z minus 1 here. And one thing is common here now. The thing that is common in this group is 2. You bring out 2 minus 2. Minus 2 into 2z, we have z. We have z, and 2 into 2, we have 1. We have 1. So this z minus 2 is to be written as z minus 1, not z minus 2. This is typographical error. So what we are now have is z into z minus 1 bracket close minus 2 into z minus what? 1. It is from here that error comes. So this place is supposed to be z minus 1 and not z minus 2. So change this particular one to z minus 1 is equal to 0. That is z minus 1 is equal to 0. A mix up. Okay, this is z minus 1 and this is z minus 1. Then we collect one of, it's common, we collect 1. We now become z minus 1. Then we take the other one because of z minus 2. No correction there, please. It's a mix-up. So we go ahead. So it becomes z minus 1 is equals to 0, and z minus 2 is equals to 0. Z minus 1, z is equals to 1, or z is equals to what? 2. That's correct. But 2x is equals to 1, or 2x is equals to 2. And 2 exponent s is equals to 2 represent 2 exponent s is equals to 1, because any number raised to power 0 is equals to 1. And 2 exponent x is equals to 2 exponent 1 is the same thing as 2 exponent s is equals to 2. So the exponent, the base here, base 2, cancel base 2 here. What you have now is x is equals to what? 0. And base here, cancel base here. What you have is s is equals to 1. So the answer to that equation is our exponential equation is x is equals to 0, or s is equals to what? 1. This is where we are going to take to stop the tutorial for now. In our next tutorial, we are going to solve about 7 additional past questions. We are going to attempt them and ensure that you will be put in the proper footing, so that anytime you see any question in any form or shape, in any way it's being discussed, you will be able to solve it at ease. This is Sky Grade Tutorial. Our channel is Jonah Bicroft Obi, and our WhatsApp number is 080-3554-2119. If you have any difficulty in understanding this exponential equation, comment in the comment section, and do not forget to like our channel and share it to encourage us to bring more tutorial. Thank you for learning with us. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next tutorial, which is going to be exponential equation 2. This one is exponential equation 1, or law of indices 3. In our next tutorial, we are going to solve up to 7 past examination questions. Thank you. God bless you.